Hello, it's Geeks Assembled again. I'm Lee, that's Susan over there, and we're discussing a movie again. Well, that's what we always do. We discuss movies, we just discuss TV series, audio dramas. You know, that's what we like to do.
That's what
Sit
we're
down.
all about.
We like to we like to talk about classics. We like to talk about culture. We like to talk about retro. We like to talk about modern, whatever genre. And today we are talking about a Philip K. Dick novel was made into a film in 2006. People may know his name from the classic 82 movie Blade Runner.
Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049, and also the TV show Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yeah. This is A Scanner Darkly, um, which was filmed digitally and then animated later. Was it roto what's it called,
Rotoscope.
rotoscope on top of the film.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I don't know why they did that. there's no explanation why they did that, but it comes across as a unique movie.
Hmm.
Um, it's a story of the scanners watching people in their own homes, spying on these drug addicts, drug dealers, with the infiltration of the police, which is where one of the main characters is a police enforcer, but is undercover. How far would you go in your job to get to the source of the drugs? And this is the main thing about the movie. So we'll go for Susan on her opening thoughts on A Scanner Darkly.
All right. Well, I enjoyed the animation styling,
Mm.
primarily because I have a monitor on my work computer, my desktop at work, that renders every image that I see all day long in the same uh sort of crenellated, variegated patterns, in that it's not a smooth transition from color to color and light level to light level. It is a stepping towards light and stepping towards dark and stepping in and out of color schemes. Um, that's just a really I was just like, man, this looks just like my monitor at work, and I enjoyed that. That was really fun. The other thing that was really interesting about this is the reason that I think that they animated it was to get to the point. There are like 14, 15 scenes of the the people who are being used by the police, either the confidential informants, CIs, or the what do you call it? They're actually undercover agents. So they're confidential informants or undercover agents, and they wear a hood which morphs their body all the time. Kind
Oh,
of like
scramble suit.
the scramble suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like, I could see that was probably why they animated it,
Mm.
because um in CGI that would have rendered really, really fakey. But with the animation styling the way it was, it actually looked really legitimate, effective, and basically really cool. It was like a really great idea. And the fact that they were so intent on artificial intelligence being able to track people by, you know, facial recognition. It's a very current sort of experiential occurrence, especially for you over the pond, because your cities are sort of super saturated with imaging collection devices, aka cameras,
Hmm.
everywhere. You know, it's like
Yeah.
that sort of intimate look into people's lives. It's a lot more prevalent in the UK, and and I think that that's really interesting to me. I find that I was challenged by that sort of dimension of invasion. It seemed really invasive to me to look to have that much you know uh access into people's lives. And then the cast was great. The cast was really cool.
Mhm.
I like the ones that they used. The people um like Rory Cochrane, Robert Downey Jr., um, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves, and Woody Harrelson. I mean, that was a cool cast.
It's a top-notch cast. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't really, not a lot is given away about the real aims of the characters until the very end, actually, which was
True.
also really good because, you know, you're at a point in the story which you've even either given up these people for dead, or you've developed sort of a powerful connection with them. And that was the really interesting thing, is that you don't you're not able to pull that reality into the characters until the very end. And uh yeah, and then it's fun watching the character played by Alex Jones get arrested, because he was tormenting children who had been in a school shooting in uh Sandy Hook, Vermont, no, New Hampshire, Sandy Hook, Rhode Island. Can't remember what anyway, at this elementary school, and this asshole was, you know, tormenting these children and their parents, claiming that it was a false flag, that it was like a government plot. And seeing him arrested in this movie was so cool. I mean, now he owes these people $1.5 billion, and you know, just should very well, cough it up. Anyway,
That's all right.
yeah. So yeah, fuck Alex Jones. Anyway, it's just a good movie. And back over to you, Lee, for your favorite
Well,
moments and what stood out and all that stuff.
thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I picked this movie for this week because I like to pick these obscure movies what sometimes people haven't seen or heard of. Um, and this one seemed to have gone under the radar with many
Way
people.
under the radar.
Um, so I thought, well, let's talk about this one. So it was good to sit down and rewatch this since the last time I saw it. As you say, great cast. Keanu Reeves, Robert Downey Jr., Woody Harrelson, Leona Ryder, Rory Cochrane as Freck, the where he sees bugs everywhere.
Oh
Uh, yeah, well, maybe cut down on the drugs, pal. Cut down on the drugs. Uh, his poor pet dog. Um,
Oh, um,
having a bath every day. Um, yeah, and you you get into it and you do some find out. Yeah, they're all being watched on the scanners by the police. And then then you do find out early on that Keanu Reeves' character he is an undercover cop. Um, but nobody in the police precinct know who he is because he's undercover because he's using the scramble suit. So it's a strange idea, isn't it? You've been assigned a job to infiltrate these drug dealers or whatever they are, but you've got to use a scramble suit in the police precinct. It's it's great writing. I would say Philip K. Dick, a great writer anyway, as you know as he was. Um, and the style, as you say, the animation, it felt like to me like a graphic novel. The it
yeah,
come to life.
yeah.
Uh, it's that style of artwork. But it's very it's a simple story really because you say you get to know these people. You know Woody Harrelson character and Robert Downey Jr. because they're all in the same apartment. Uh, and the Winona Ryder character. The main thing about this is how infiltrating this gang of people, the Keanu Reeves character, how it affects him because the way he goes about it, he's taking the drugs as well.
Lots of them.
Lots of it, and he becomes an addict. He becomes um, but this somehow, when you find out at the end of it, that's the way the police force wanted it because you are sent off to a rehabilitation centre because they had an idea that the place what was
The
growing the drug,
rehab.
the rehab was growing the drugs.
I don't
So you think, what a mind fuck.
know. That really did fuck my head. I was just like,
How far would this person go to get to the? But he forgets, he loses himself.
yeah,
So he's at this rehabilitation center on the farm,
uh-huh,
um, not knowing really what's going on.
right.
There's things coming back here and there, but you're thinking, how long is it going to take for him to remember that he's on a job?
Uh-huh.
It's it is a it's
And
a good
then,
con-
and then he's like, he's in the row of corn, and
yeah.
if you build it, they will come. You just like that, and then he looks down and he sees
The
the
blue
blue
flowers.
flowers that like opioids.
Yeah,
This drug comes from flowers, and he was like, oh, that's what I'm here for. And then all of a sudden, behind him are some of the folks who work there, and they're like, you won't remember this. You don't
no,
actually see this.
no, it's not there.
It's not there.
Yeah,
And so for a second, his mind adjusts to the way they just told him.
yeah.
And then after a while, it returns back and he just thinks of it as like, um, the little flowers are for his girlfriend.
It is a great concept, great writing. It's just it's straight, it's a weird feeling that I think this is the way, as you said, this is the way we are going with the scanners. The police are watching everything. It's Big Brother, isn't it?
It's
Watching
very, it's very, all encompassing.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, even if it's not, this is definitely invasive, though.
yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
it's in the house.
Yeah, I mean the scenes where he was quite drunk, but he took that woman home with him to to have sex.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's all recorded because he sat at the police precinct
And
watching
watched
the
it.
recordings.
But then he noticed, did you notice in that scene, like she morphs into
Uh, is
the
it
other
Don?
lady,
Yeah,
Winona Ryder's character, and then morphs back.
yeah. Yeah, because he sort of enlarged that segment. And he was looking at that, and I don't think he understood what was going on there.
Right. So was it the other lady, or was it Winona Ryder's character?
Yes, because you found out Winona Ryder's character,
Donna
Donna,
Backlund.
is Donna or Audrey or whatever her name is actually also Hank, his boss
Yep.
under the scramble suit.
Right.
Another mind fuck.
Yeah.
So she knows all along who he is and what he's doing, but she's also there in the house. What's going on in the house as well.
And
It's
that's why, is that why she didn't want him to touch her?
well because of she being the boss.
Yeah.
Most probably. Uh, I can't think of any other reason.
I was struggling with that. I was like, but maybe it's also because she knew that he was married and shit.
Was he though? Because as she said, or Hank said, you're not allowed to have kids. But he kept saying he's got two.
Yeah.
Was that the drugs again?
I don't know. That's a really good question, Lee, because
Yeah.
I just thought that I thought that he had two daughters
Yeah. About that high.
and his wife, and they stood in front of him, didn't they, though?
But
Did they?
as Hank said, you're not you have you really because you're not supposed to have a family in this job.
Oh,
So was that the drugs taking hold and making another imaginary life for him?
good.
But
Good. That's good. I just another mind fuck. Gosh.
yeah,
I guess I don't know. That's a
this
really.
this is one film. This is a film what like quite a few other films you've got to watch more than once.
And there is a ton of fucking
Yeah,
ambiguity.
yeah. Because watching it once, you don't really take it all in. Uh, some of it you really have to go searching for it. Um, but also, so the other two characters, you got the Woody Harrelson character,
Right?
uh, who's just angry all the time,
Uh-huh.
and then you've got Robert Downey Jr.'s character, who's
Eloquent and well spoken, but completely around the twist.
also would sell was it sell your friendship down the river,
Yeah.
which he does do.
Yeah, and he just kind of watches he kind of watches Ernie
Yeah,
choking
sure.
to death and just sits there and watches him.
Yeah, and then decides to ring the emergency services after he thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
Which you think, well, we know what type of character you are.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
it's it is
And
it's just
then
it's not a
poor
big pattern.
and then like all the weird stuff that goes on with the car.
Hmm.
I mean, all right. For a split second in that scene, didn't you think of Speed?
Just because of Keanu.
Just because of Keanu and a vehicle that wouldn't be able to stop.
True, yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was like, it's just the way you think when you're thinking like this.
Yeah, you do sometimes in different movies. You think, oh, that reminds me of something else. Yeah, but what a great cast, really. Um, and Keanu doesn't really overplay his part.
No, none of them. I mean, even though Woody Harrelson and Rory Cochrane had to play their parts over the top, it still wasn't as it wasn't as Shatner as it could have been.
Weren't as shat as it should have been. Yeah. But so, anything what sticks out for you then, Susan?
Oh yeah, like the car scene, like that was speed, and then there was like the morpho suits, whatever. Those were I just like was oh, that's the reason that they animated it because otherwise it would have looked really fucking weird and stupid. But the animation, the fact that juxtaposition was there, it looked perfect. It was really cool, and I loved how you get from Donna to Frank. I just thought that, or Hank, excuse me. I thought that was really cool. And you go back and watch a little of it again, and you see the size differential, and you're like, oh,
Yeah. I mean, I
and
know
the
that
way Hank walks, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
it's
So
a
that was
woman.
fun.
It's a woman.
Yeah.
But
And
Keanu,
then I just think that the Woody Harrelson has got, the most amazing pushing the limits, pushing the envelope in acting
mhm.
chops of anybody. I just think that he is really, really something to watch.
Well, in the documentary on the DVD, he says he didn't understand anything about the movie
Yeah.
until he was filming the scene where he was beating the crap out of Robert Downey Jr. on the sofa in the living
Uh-huh.
room. He says, "Ah, this is what it's all about."
That's great. That's so great.
Oh, yeah. One of my favourite scenes is the where Downey comes in with the bicycle.
Uh-huh.
Someone sold me this for 18 gear, and then Woody Harrelson says, "There's only 9." He's sat there counting the gears. I've been done. Where's and also they're going to take the bike out there and do someone over for the missing gears. You're thinking, wow, how paranoid are these drug abusers?
And they can't they're doing math the wrong way. Like uh you don't add those two numbers, the 3 and the 6.
Mm.
You multiply them. I mean, it's just a simple math problem.
But none of them got that,
No,
which is it's a great scene.
that is.
Um,
And then
and
there's the sex and her, like the postcoital stuff,
mm.
like just she's just laying there and changing from one person into another back into her. That was cool.
You
And
see
the
that that
other
that scene though, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, he's drunk, he's drug fueled, and he's imagined her changing into Winona Ryder's character, and she's back again. But it's on film.
but
It's on
it's
the
on
scanner.
film, and then it's not only on film, but he pulls it over into the 3D rendering
Yeah,
imaging. That's another reason that I think that they did this in animation style, so that could be. It
and
wouldn't.
that wasn't really explained.
No, none of that really was.
What was it? Was it Winona Ryder's character Donna in disguise
Yeah, maybe.
in one of those suits? But then again, the suit would change your face all the time. This one
Right.
was. This was
Unless
a
unless she hacked it.
yeah.
I mean, she was the boss. I don't know. It's just that was a
That's
that, but
another.
and if she wanted him, was it because she couldn't touch him because of some sort of, police monitoring device that was on her when they were snuggling, or when he thought it was time to snuggle after that car trip, you know, was she wearing something that would have given her all away? I don't know.
I know.
Gee.
So that's one of the questions what was unanswered in the movie.
There are a lot of those unanswered questions. That's why you call it a mind fuck. I personally, I think they'd answered all that shit, it wouldn't be as big of a.
Well, this is it. Yeah, you've got to leave people asking questions,
Oh my gosh, yeah,
and this one did.
yeah.
So
It was like it was like Philip K. Dick and Pulp Fiction in all sort of wrapped in one burrito, you know?
true, true.
And it's Cinco de Mayo, so that I had to drop one Mexican food reference in here. Feliz Cinco de Mayo, everybody. You'll know when we turn this into a YouTube video when we recorded it.
Well,
Well, okay,
anything?
so there's like the other thing that was really interesting was the soundtrack. It was really cool.
Mm, yeah, it was. It was quite. Who did the soundtrack? Who was it? Where are we? Directed by Graham Reynolds. The music by. Yeah, yeah. It was quite a good soundtrack. Quite sort of futuristic as well because
Yeah,
this is supposed to be set in the not too distant future.
yeah, 7 years from now.
From when you're watching the movie or from when this was made. Who knows?
It's from now.
Yeah.
I
So
suppose
yeah,
the now moves around because,
yeah,
now.
you could be watching this now in 20 years' time.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and
True story.
I think it would date all right as well because I don't think
It's 18 years later now, so
yeah,
good
and
choice of 20 years.
it doesn't come across as dated at all.
It doesn't.
So
And
any
Keanu Reeves looks the same, and he always will. And Woody Harrelson looks the same, and
without the wig,
without the wig. Yeah.
big
And
big head of hair in this.
yeah,
But yeah, it was it's a movie what makes you sit down and think what you're watching,
yeah,
and so the way how far would you go to get to the truth,
right,
even if it means losing yourself.
right.
So, any other things you'd like to say before we go to final sense score?
Yeah, I don't know really where it was most well received, but it seems to have been nominated at Cannes. So I mean it was sort of a smaller film, you
Hmm.
know.
The budget was $8.7 million.
Yeah,
Box office, it only made 7.7, so they were a million short and raking the money back.
yeah.
Uh, according to
It had a
the
Hugo Award, a New York Film Critics Circle Award, and they were nominated, and this Cannes Film Festival Award. Um, let's look and see if I can find any BAFTAs. No BAFTAs. That's all right. Anyway, like let's just uh let's just assume that everybody knew as much as we do about how good a movie this is, and that eventually the DVD sales and like I mean I watched it on Tubi, and Tubi's bought some specifically sort of niche products, niche
Mhm.
productions, niche movies and TV shows. So that's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Tubi. Is that part? What part? Is that part of?
It's a free it's a free app for your telly, for your
Oh,
smart TV.
oh, cool.
Yeah, it was
That's all.
good.
That's all that one up. Um. Yeah. So, what would you give this?
I give this nine I guess red pills out of 10. It was a great sort of, because the animation was the way it was, you're
Mhm.
not going to experience sort of the same kind of flashback experience you will when you're watching people take a drug that you've already taken and you already know what it does. This
Mhm.
is something new. And so it the the actual experience was different than any of the other sort of drug experiences that one is liable to have in one's lifetime. It's not like a bunch of smoking a bunch of pot. It's not like, snorting a bunch of cocaine. Even though, Hank at Hawthorne, what's her name? Hawthorne? Anyway. Donna, uh even though that was part of what they were saying, it's just a different sort of experience. And that's fun. And so, yeah, nine of those red pills with, uh, what is it called? Something D.
It was a D, wasn't a D?
Yeah. Anyway, that,
Cool.
that's, those are, yeah.
Well, I, I enjoyed it. It's good to sit down and rewatch it again. I'm going to give this 9 bugs in a jar out of 10.
And
Yeah.
fuck Alex Jones.
I didn't realize that was him.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's the one. He's one. He's like a Republican shill. He's like he's like ridiculous. Yeah, he's
He,
like Rush Limbaugh 3.0. That's what Alex said. Then he's got conspiracies up the wazoo, and that's really where he should stick his own head. Uh, oh God, I can't stand him.
Well, I said,
I
I
mean,
said,
anybody who tortured children should be fucking run out of town on a rail. That's right.
I didn't realize it was him in the movie. Well, because he's
Sorry, I just, the minute I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So this Richard Linklater, if it turns out like he's like one of those, I'm just gonna be so disappointed. I
maybe,
have some research to do, and
yeah,
I'm not willing to besmirch his name right now, but we'll
maybe
see.
this was made before all the other stuff.
Uh, yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's our little review on A Scanner Darkly. Um, another classic Philip K. Dick adaptation. You guys out there, have you seen this? Please let us know if you have. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Leave a message on our video. This video can be found on all social media platforms, so you can leave a message on any of them. Also, if you want to join us, please leave us a message, as I've just said. Let us know that you want to join. You've got to be 18 or over, because some things are more related than others. We do sort of,
Drug fueled insanity
yeah, we do
shows that
we, we do films from that genre to animation, um, PGs, which you found to watch, but the ones what are up the other side of 18 related, you've got to be an 18. Um,
True.
all you need is a working camera, a microphone on the device you have got, and press the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to make sure you get notified every time we put a video up. And there's Susan banging that bell, which I still can't hear. Uh, so that's it.
it's just such a long way to get to the UK from here on the East Coast. I'm so sorry.
Well, you think it'd appear on the screen, though, wouldn't you?
Maybe you think,
I think you need a new bell.
okay.
So yeah, that's us done for another time, Susan.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
hope you've enjoyed the cast. Please join us if you want to. So until next time, be wary of who's watching you. Bye for now.